Hi and welcome to Orbit. It has been 9 months since Google announced the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, and now there is a Pixel 6a, and it has the same great design, processor and all of the exclusive Pixel features, but there are some problems which make it really hard for me to recommend it to anyone.
The Pixel 6a looks like a Pixel 6 and feels just as high quality. The frame is made out of matte black aluminum, the back is unfortunately not matte but glossy and available in 3 different colors: black, white and this green, which strongly reminds me of the Pixel 5. The build quality is just great. The buttons feel clicky and tight and the IP67 water resistance is flagship level. I like the black camera bar that stretches across the entire width of the device. Because of it, the 6a does not wobble on a table and you can recognize it immediately even on a distance. The lenses are behind glass and the bar itself is made out of plastic. This and the use of Gorilla Glass 3 instead of Victus are the only notable design differences from the big Pixels. The display has a few more compromises. For one, the bezels are neither the thinnest nor symmetrical, and that's why the 6a looks from the front even older than the Pixel 5. But what annoys me more is that the refresh rate is only 60 Hz, a decision I simply don't understand when a OnePlus Nord 2T has 90 Hz, a Nothing Phone 1 120 Hz and a Moto Edge 30 even 144 Hz for a much smaller price. This is the biggest criticism I have for the Pixel 6a. Apart from that, the color reproduction is nice, the contrast and black levels are perfect thanks to OLED and the brightness is sufficient. Full HD Plus is more than enough resolution for a compact 6.1-inch display, which I could comfortably use with just one hand. The fingerprint sensor seems to be different than in the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro because it recognizes me a bit less reliable and slower, at least the position is well chosen. Stereo speakers are rare in this price range, but they do exist in the Pixel and they sound about average. A Google Pixel and only a Google Pixel has really pure Android as Google imagines it. And I love it. How it looks, how intuitively it's built and how animations are accompanied with the same high quality vibration engine as on the expensive Pixels. It breathes extra life into an already playful software. There are Pixel exclusive features like the offline music recognition or the new completion of whole sentences when chatting. And because Google decided to put their self-developed Tensor processor into the 6a, we even get to enjoy the magic eraser that can remove people or objects from pictures, or the fastest, most accurate voice input in the industry. In addition, the Tensor processor is unusually powerful for this price range and theoretically the performance should be breathtakingly good. Theoretically because A, I've gotten so used to 120 Hz that 60 Hz feel jerky, and B, because there were occasional stutters and frame drops that I did not have on my Pixel 6 and I can't explain them just because of the 6 instead of 8 GB of RAM. This is not serious and most of the time the device runs smoothly, but I have to address it because Google had more than enough time to adapt Android to the Tensor processor. But Android 13 will be released in a few weeks and then another 3 years of software and 5 years of security updates will be there for you. And also you can always take part in the beta period. The battery is pretty ordinary with 4410 mAh in size, and while I had the hope that the smaller 60 Hz display would lead to a better runtime, it actually was very similar to the large Pixels. So 3.5 to 5 hours of screen on time. It strongly depends on how much you are using it on Wi-Fi. Also the standby consumption is a bit too high. I always got through a day, but other comparable smartphones last longer. Also 18 watts of charging is really not that much and wireless charging is not available at all. The Google Pixel became famous for its camera and the 6a uses the main camera of the Pixel 5 and the ultra-wide angle of the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, both with 12 megapixel. The Tensor processor helps to process the data quickly and intelligently. I don't know why exactly, but taking pictures with the Pixel is just fun. You always get a detailed, vivid image. The night mode triggers between 1 to about 4 seconds depending on the brightness, and the result is always a crisp and colorful image. There can be some noise in it, but the overall look is really nice and I was never really disappointed. Also, the portrait effect is reliable. The Pixel 6 takes even lower noise, sharper images, but they are identical at the ultra-wide angle. Unfortunately, there's no macro mode or autofocus, but a really nice wide field of view. In the price range, ultra-wide angle cameras are often much worse than the main camera in terms of quality, but not with the Pixel 6a. I would say that you cannot find anything better in this price range, even up to date. I cannot pin this to a specific feature, it is more about the consistency.
Conclusion: the Pixel 6a is a great phone and I enjoyed using it, but it is too expensive. $450 is way higher than the predecessor at $350, and $450 is the price the Nothing Phone 1 and the Moto Edge 30 sell for, and they are a way better value. So Google really should have saved on the build quality like they did on the predecessor and give more than a 60 Hz display, because only if you don't care about that 60 Hz, I can recommend that phone to you. And if you care about camera and software, this may be really good for you, but it is still a little bit too expensive. I hope this video helped you a lot and I see you in the next one. Bye.